effectiveness of the project then was for a state to trigger effectiveness. And I'm also happy to let you know that out of the 7 states that were then in NEWMAP, Edo State was the state that triggered the effectiveness of NEWMAP as a project in Nigeria. And that was on September 16, 2013. 10 years later, we have many good stories to tell. A total of 23 states participated under NEWMAP in the last 10 years. In all of these, Edo State did not only come tops in the achievement of the project development objectives of the project, while it was expected for every state to have contributed 4.2% to the overall success, Edo State alone accounted for a whopping 17% of the overall success of NEWMAP in Nigeria. Was this feat by accident? Certainly not, but rather through a conscious, deliberate, but passionate demonstration of strong will by His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki, particularly in these following areas. 1, he ensured that there was efficient project implementation and procurement totally done with zero interference. I think that was one of the major reasons behind the success of NEWMAP. There was no interference by the authorizing environment in Edo State. Demonstration of commitment to NEWMAP through prompt payment of counterpart funding by Mr. Governor, and also demonstration of ownership of projects, and this was complemented by a world-class fiduciary supervision of the project. What did we take out of NEWMAP? One of the special features of NEWMAP is the multi-sectoral approach in project delivery anchored on multi-sectoral collaboration. This was a major takeaway from NEWMAP. And today, I'm happy to inform you that the successor agency, EdoFEWMAP, is the only single collection of professionals today. We have environmentalists, we have natural resource experts, we have climate change experts, we have civil engineers and surveyors. That tells you that you need a multi-sectoral approach to solving most of our problems. Today, we have built strong capacity in the development of environmental and social safeguard instruments. This is in addition to also having the most equipped engineering design capabilities by any subnational today in Nigeria. All these beneficial achievements to our people would have been impossible but for the unwavering support of our Governor Godwin Obaseki. Sir, we cannot stop thanking the authorizing team of the government of our dear state, led by yourself. We cannot stop thanking you, sir. The results are clear. The ravaging coyote that threatened the houses of retired and renowned professor of anatomy, Professor Ominiabos. And on the emotional side, the remains of his late wife, that in the grave, was being threatened. This has been halted by NEWMAP. Engineer Osabo, a retired civil engineer of Estate and Works University of Benin, whose house was less than 5 meters to the gully before we intervened, has now returned back to his house. He was full of appreciation when I spoke with him yesterday. Over 60% of the sustainable development goals are all anchored on the environment. While most states assume their challenge to be infrastructural, we in Edo understand that infrastructural development and ultimately socioeconomic development are anchored on the sustainable environmental development. The very challenge of man today is environmental rather than infrastructural. Our environmental challenges only help us to shape our infrastructural needs and development. This very high-level intellectual concept was well captured and elucidated by Mr. Governor, His Excellency Godwin Obaseki, in his New Year message to the good people of Edo State on January 1st, 2023. And I quote, "Our priority this year is to clean and green Edo in order to make our state more attractive and to stem the serious environmental challenges such as deforestation and erosion. This places premium on the linkage between vegetation and air pollution." Edo State is set to lead Nigeria in the area of sustainable environmental development, no doubt. Today, we celebrate a project, a transformational one, that has demonstrated results and impactful outcomes. I cannot end this remark without reminding my colleagues in the successor agency of the responsibility before us, which is preventive and early intervention. Your Excellency, I have no doubt that with the caliber of men and women in the agency, we will proactively deliver service in a prompt manner to our communities in need. At this point, is Shade here? Shade Ediaye, one of the first two staff engaged in NEWMAP in 2011. She was not a senior staff, but consistently demonstrated passion on her job, and so did it so well. In the last 12 years, she has faithfully arrived at the work never later than 7 a.m. every day to help make our office open, clean, and accessible. Thank you, Shade, for your service to what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to Metabo Forces, the transformation from NEWMAP to FUMA, another first by Edo State, and a stronger commitment to service delivery to the good people of the state. I welcome you all as we celebrate a project that has enhanced landscapes and restored livelihoods statewide. Welcome.
Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Bible says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We're not only rhetorically making words. I'd like Your Excellency and every one of us to watch the next video. It's a short one. It captures the achievement and success stories of houses, roads, and lives of individuals that have been threatened, for which God sends a helper to their rescue. His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki places high premium to ensure that Edo resources is a nest for the best of Edo people. The video will now do the rest details.
Largely because Edo State had the fortune of having an executive governor in Mr. Godwin Obaseki, who believes in continuity
make me dey suffer today now. I thank God that Obaseki say he wan go do the road for us now.
When we go room for us. We thank Edo State, Obaseki, for everything we do for us. We appreciate. The Korum already did there almost 6 months now. So our goods, no one when go rot here again. So our fish go day healthy.
We come to say thank you. We appreciate NEWMAP for what you do for the widow, because we be the suffer. We not get husband. Our children they suffer. They don't see money to go school. But NEWMAP come help us. He come give us money, almost 4 million 500.
For this purpose, over 35 community interest groups (CIGs) were registered, while various sums of money amounting to over 100 million naira were disbursed. In all these accomplishments, an outstanding testimonial for Edo NEWMAP was its watch.
All of these projects, His Excellency did not commission anyone. His feeling is when the people use them, they have already commissioned it. Permit us to bring 3 testimonies from the 3 senatorial districts in 2 minutes each, and after which Your Highness will make a goodwill message. First, from Edo North, Oshobugi in Auchi, I'd like to invite Alhaji Mamadou Abdul. 2 minutes testimony of what NEWMAP has done. Mr. Governor is here to listen. Just straight to the point.
Your Excellency, all protocols observed because of time. This is Alhaji Mamadou Abdul Oshobugi. When you hear Oshobugi, you are thinking of those communities that were devastated by the erosion, that most of us now decide to relocate, and that area become an ancestral devastated area. When NEWMAP, that is why NEWMAP is a common name in the whole of Auchi, and is associated with Oshobugi community that really suffered more. And then today, you go, those who relocated to Abuja and Kaduna because of that erosion, the devastation, have now come home. They are now being shown where their ancestors were living, and they are really appreciative of what happened. When this present administration came in, and then we were thinking of NEWMAP, we thought that things will not go well again. But immediately, we saw things changing. In the Oshobugi community, which comprises of Inumoru, Egbeadoka, Yete, and then Osumike, 60 communities have had an impact of this wonderful action of NEWMAP. So when I was told that is now changing to FUMA, okay, let us see that by the grace of God, they will perform better. And we appreciate the governor for sustaining this project. Otherwise, we were thinking that the project have come to an end. And he demonstrated it by, again, the watershed area that was really the problem of the Oshobugi. They now come into it, that is the Igbe Road. They have transformed the Igbe Road into an attractive center for people who have known it before and are now coming in. We want to appreciate NEWMAP, and then we want to welcome FUMAP into this program, and we believe that they will perform better than what NEWMAP have done. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
We also have from Edo Central in Emu, Ohodwa, Reverend Father Andrew Elebaluagbo. Please, your hands together.
Your Excellency, standing on the existing protocol, I worked in the Emu for 5.5 years. The first time I visited the gully site, I was shocked. I couldn't go near. I was afraid. And after hearing bad news about the people, over 6 persons have died there, and some houses that have caved in, and some houses were also being rented. We were so confused. But when NEWMAP came, it was like many people were saying it's politics. It will not work. Some people tried before. So people didn't have faith. But gradually, it started working, and it became a reality. I stand here to testify that they did not only solve the gully erosion, they also tied the road with double drainage, and also constructed a cassava mill for the people with a functional borehole. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. We are so grateful. The people of Imo are grateful. Professor is here, and some people from Imo who came with me, they are also behind. So, because of this work, the governor of Edo State and the NEWMAP have done for Imo, they will forever remain grateful to you all. As you are also continuing into FUMAP, we so much appreciate, because ordinarily, because it's a World Bank initiated project, we would have said, okay, since they are going, it will just end. It's a very good idea that you are creating this FUMAP, and it's going to be very good for the people of Edo State. So as a priest, I pray that God will continue to bless you and bless the good people of Edo State. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
We also have from Edo South, Aurora Community, Francis Ijabu.
His Excellency, all the royal fathers present, all protocols observed. I want to appreciate the NEWMAP and the state government for the good job they have done in Aurora. When the clip was played just now, it's a self-explanatory clip for you to know how the community was. I was not told how the community looks like when that erosion problem was ravaging the community. I was inside the erosion. My building was inside the erosion. The floor of my compound, I put the floor twice. After the first floor, when the erosion was coming, I have to destroy that floor and put another floor on top. When the Heartland were working, as they were cutting the front of my house, they were discovered that they found a concrete underground and another concrete on top. For you to know how bad the situation was. There was a day a rain fell, only for me to wake up and discover that it was only my wife and myself that was in the environment. Everybody packed and ran away. It was as bad as that. But we thank God and we appreciate the state government and NEWMAP for choosing Aurora to be among the community that benefited from the dividends of democracy. We applaud them because for now, we can drive in straight into our different houses. Children can go to school on their own. Women can go about their own businesses, which was not so in the past years. It was a very sad experience. So we pray that this project and this FUMAP will continue, and God will give the state governor the wisdom to continue on this project that he has started. And again, I want to draw the attention of the state governor and the FUMAP to the project that from now, what we need to do is the sustainability of the project. Because if you go to Aurora, you will see that there are some places after the first, second rain now. So there are some corrections that we need to be made. There are some ponds that need to be well dredged, and there are some linked drainage that need to be cleaned. And again, I draw the attention of the governor to that when he came to Aurora, that after now, it will be better if those connecting roads are abstracted so that sand will not block the drainage, so that the money spent on this great project will not be a waste. So to round it up, I want to appreciate the state governor, the NEWMAP personnel, and everybody that contributed in one way or the other to the success of that project. I pray that God will bless everyone and the state will move from strength to strength. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, two among many other traditional rulers whose community have been affected by these positive strides. When you say wait and see, This picture is a very clear testimony. We'll invite for goodwill messages, two of them. His Royal Majesty Utako Stephen Odigie, Edonoje II, the Onoje of Ugboha. Your hands together for him, please.
Your Excellency, thank you for this opportunity. I beg to stand on the existing protocol. Your Excellency, we, on behalf of myself and the people of Ugboha community, we are indeed grateful for the work done by NEWMAP. At first, when they came, we never took it serious. We were like it was a joke. Maybe they would just come and do the normal talking and all of that. But when the whole project started, it was a shock to the community. At the time, our community was in a devastating, community. We couldn't go out, we couldn't go for farming. The erosion was something else. But with the help of the NEWMAP and Your Excellency for giving us the platform for the job to be executed, we said we really thank you, we appreciate you for that. Because if you have not given a level playground, this project won't have been executed. We want to appreciate you more for your good work. NEWMAP has come to stay, and they have done excellently well. They are efficient, they are strong, and their job is very durable. I think if we have started with this NEWMAP thing all this while, I'm sure by now, I'm sure all this erosion that we have experienced, we won't have experienced them, because they have done efficient work by keeping their job well. You know, it's only, it's it only takes a right thinking person with a mental way to drive capacity building into humanity. And that capacity building, NEWMAP has driven to my community. And we are so grateful for that. He said when the purpose of a thing is not defined, abuse becomes inevitable. You know, it has been abusive over the years. You hear gully erosion here and there. People are dying. Children are being carried away by erosion and all that. But today, NEWMAP has been able to define that by bringing a lasting solution to every community that have been affected by this natural disaster. Your Excellency, let me not take much of your time. My prayer is that even after your tenure, that your successors will replicate the same tenacity of transparent good work which you have done for the people of Edo State. On behalf of myself and my community, we say thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness Utako Stephen Odigie, Edonoje II, the Onoje of Ugboha. Your Excellency, it is a very singular honor to invite His Royal Highness Alhaji Aliru H. Momo Ikelebe III, the Otaru of Auchi. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands together for the Otaru.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I say good morning to all of us. I don't know where to start from, but NEWMAP has done quite a lot of work. People have come up to testify to the facts that everybody knows from their various communities. But how she has been, in a way, going through various governments where I will say that promises are made and not kept. And of course, those passed on, or some of them were eroded through evocation and revocation. I must start from President Obasanjo. He met 15 roles have been awarded for Auchi community by NPF, which was headed by now President Buhari. At that time was chairman of NPF, whatever they call that company. Yes, so I said that we must start from where others have stopped so that you have a symmetry and work goes on and it's not disturbed. So we had 15 roads approved for Auchi at one time. That was during the NPF, Buhari's regime, when he was chairman of that company. But not long after this approval had been given, they were waiting for mobilization from government. And the government that came into play was Obasanjo. We all know what happened. He terminated PTF and also even put an audit to go and audit Buhari's work. That was how we didn't get our 15 roads into play. But what happened? We must get the facts right. Was that Obasanjo put an audit on the NPF. And the only thing that was amiss, reported by the auditors, was that General Danjuma, compelled Buhari to make funds available to take Obasanjo's wife to America for treatment. That was the only thing that was amiss. All right? We take care of ourselves and our siblings by doing one thing or the other. But one thing we must remember, that God, who created all of us, the universe, and existence, as it were, He knows the fraud in your eyes and the evil in your breast. He knows, Almighty Allah, He knows. So whether you do it hiding or do it openly, He knows what we are capable of doing. So we have all this passing on, and people come. And he came, the present governor of Edo State. And the first thing he said to me in Auchi was, that transformer that is, we're seeing it here at the palace gate, what is it waiting for? I said, well, that is waiting for installation. He said, what? I said, they have to come and take that transformer and install it. We have done what they ask us to do. We give them 300 by 300 feet, and they make it 300 by 300 meters. So we did that, but we are waiting for installation. And the counterpart of that was Kafi. Kafi and Auchi went and collected their transformer the same night Kefi passed on to Kefi in Nasarawa State. He passed through Auchi, and then our transformer was delivered to us. Then what then happened? Transformer that was sent to Kefi was immediately installed and was working. And I met the Emir of Kefi at President Buhari's Ramadan fasting opening of our fast, where he invited some traditional rulers. And I saw somebody came to me and said, look, you are the author of our church. I said, yes. I said, my father was quite a good friend of yours. I said, who's your father? He said, well, the Emir of Kefi. I said, yes. We went to Mecca together and all that and all those. What happened to your transformer? He said, my transformer has been installed. I said, our own has not been installed. It's still there. He said, what, over a year? Yes. He came and asked the question, what is that transformer doing? And I told him, he said, okay, I get it fixed. And within 2 weeks, he brought some transmission crew to come look into our transformer and see what can be done. That was how it was taken to where it was to be installed and installed. Today, we don't get the benefit of that installation, Auchi. That transformer was made specifically for that community, Auchi, among six transformers that were given to various communities in Nigeria, ordered at the same time, including that of Kefi. Kefi Emir told me 67, 68%, at the installation of this transformer, they have about 68% light. I said, wow. I said, ours has not been installed. He now came and got them to install it. You know what happened? That transformer is for our community. But it's gone into even Ikweshi, not in the same local government. You see the idiocracy. So we don't have light. Ikweshi will have light. It's not, Ikweshi is not in Esako West or Esako East or something. It's, yes. So here we are. What's happening? Tell me, what should we do? And that is injustice. I will tell you the consequences of injustice. A plane was brought down because of one man for injustice. A flight was brought down, and that man was killed, and his sibling in that plane. And another man, an emir, who was joined in this category, he lost his emircy. And another who was part of the trigonal secret arrangement against my community, he lost his throne. That is the consequences of injustice. Please, my brothers and sisters, make sure in your life you don't do any injustice to anybody, because its consequences are very grievous. Thank you for taking that into heart. Thank you. Now, testimony. NEWMAP, I am to testify that they have done well in Auchi. But you see, there are people who don't care except for their own property and wealth. We had this Igbe that you have just seen, the erosion that came there, carrying people and so forth and so on. It was caused by an individual. There was a way of bypassing the route of erosion or flooding. But the guy who had a land there collected all the youths in their community there to say, we cannot take it, take the road, the gutter, let it go forward over there, and then it will terminate. Where is it going to? Not here. I visited the place myself with people who have the intelligence and who are engineers. These youths were bribed. I told my secretary, I said, let's go. We came back to the palace. When the consequences came, the whole Igbe was more or less submerged with flooding. Submerged that you saw. You saw it. Who has just done it? NEWMAP. Look at him, Tom. He just done the Igbe Road erosion. He just finished it. And I told him, I said, if you don't do Ikelebe Stadium, I may not leave. He said, what? I said, if you don't do Ikelebe, he said, that's not at their line. Where is Adaloku of Aochi? He is the man, a young man, who is my wife's brother. Very clever guy. You cannot, he wouldn't cheat you 1,000. He wouldn't cheat you 1 billion. What he does is the truth. So, where do we go from there? You tell me. Don't argue with engineers. Don't argue with accountants. Don't argue with bankers. Yeah? Just let them carry on what they want to do. Now we have a situation. I am to testify that NEWMAP had done a lot for Aochi, Gully Erosion, and so forth and so on. And they have just finished one thing that was very dear to me, one project. That is the Ikelebe Stadium. It was wiped out. People were defecating into that stadium. And that is where we play football competition towards Aochi Day. All the villages. I was told that it's not on the list of what the NEWMAP were doing. I said, not on the list. I passed on. Ikelebe Stadium, not on the list. Then my wife called my wife's son, who take care of his issues. And I just woke up to see somebody beating my chest, try to revive me because of Ikelebe Stadium. This guy fixed it. Tom, get up, let them see you. It's more than twice the size now. And what you can think, water, what you call lighting, and so forth and so on, it placed them all there. God will bless it. That is what you know how to do. You know that God says the fraud in your eyes and what the evil in your heart, He knows. Almighty Allah, He said, looking at you, He's looking at us as we give testimony now, as we are here for work that we have done. Thank you, Mr. Governor. God bless you.
Can we sustain the applause for His Royal Highness Elijah Lero H. Momo, the Ikelebe III, the Otaro of Aochi. Your Excellency, very quickly, amongst the various communities that NEWMAP has worked, they've observed that some were outstanding. And today, they like to seize this opportunity to award these communities with prizes. And among the categories, the most peaceful and project-friendly community. We'll invite the Honorable Commissioner for Environment and Sustainability to present the awards to them. And the yardstick for coming up for the first, second, and third position in these as follows. The third position on this category goes to Edo College. The school leadership had a very warm reception to the state's project management units and provided support when needed. They were accessible even when schools were on break. The second position goes to Ewu. The palace in Ewu was very helpful in the organization of the community at large and brought order to the community participation in the projects. They supported the project in handling resolution of community challenges. And also, the first position is Ewu. They had a Reverend Father who was very respected and very instrumental to leading community participation in the projects. The project received 0 complaint from this community, and they were very friendly and receptive to the state projects, management units, and construction workers on site. May I invite the Honorable Commissioner, Honorable Sase Woma, to make these 3 presentations. Do we have anybody from these communities to please step forward to receive? Edo College community, Ewu, the Reverend Father, please a round of applause as he comes forward to receive. Can we be very quick about it, please? Emu community. Thank you very much. That will be it for that. The next sets of recipients will respectfully invite the head of service to help us present to them. And the category as follows and the positions. The third position is Edo NEWMAP Uzebu Fashion Community Interest Group in Ekenwa Road. Are they here? They were very efficient in implementing their first tranche, second tranche, and third tranche payment in getting a location for their shop, acquiring various sewing machines, industrial sewing and weaving machine, and a generator, and still run their business to date. They are always available for inspection when the project visits. Can we please put our hands together for them? And the second position on this category goes to Edo NEWMAP Ewotubu, Igwedayi Widows Poultry Community Interest Group in Ekenwa. The CIG, though they had some challenges in the implementation of their first and second trenches, were able to sum out, acquire the structure, bought livestock, sold and restocked to date. They are always available for inspection when the project visits, and they are always well represented in community engagement. Can we please applaud them? Thank you very much and congratulations. And the first position goes to Edo NEWMAP Inumoru Fish Community Interest Group in Auchi. The CIG utilized their first trench in building their structure, and by the second trench, they had brought livestock, fed them, sold them to restock before getting their third trench. And by the third trench, they had expanded, and several of their members are now on their own fish pond till date. They are always available for inspection, and when the project visits, they are always there. Congratulations, and we thank all of you for that. Thank you very much, the head of service. And this third and most outstanding among them, the most organized and project participatory community. His Excellency, Mr. Governor, will present, but before he comes, I'll give the 3 positions among all the various. The 3rd position goes to Ugboha. They have a well-organized community participatory and ownership attitude. They were involved in all aspects of the projects. They were always available during the state PMU inspection visits. And the 2nd is Urura community. They deserve a round of applause. They had a community leader who had a hold on the organization of the community at large. They were involved in all aspects of the project, from planning to preparation to execution. They were always available during the state PMU inspection visit. They were always available for community engagement exercise. And the 1st position on this category, most organized and project participatory community, Auchi Ochobogie. They had an already laid down project management team domiciled at the Otaro's Palace, which helped in the organization of the community at large. They were involved in all aspects of the project, from planning to preparation to execution. The Palace-led site committee was very active in the follow-up of civil work and site inspections of the civil works. They always came out in numbers for community engagement exercises. They were always available during the state PMU inspection visit to site, even in short notice. It will interest Your Excellency and all of us to note, they donated a site office to the contractor for free throughout the projects. They also donated the land used in Pod 1 to the projects, supported the project in handling and resolution of community challenges. We now respectfully invite His Excellency the Weak and Sick Governor to present to these three Willings, and the 3rd position, Ugboha community. The liaison officers, if you are here, this is a community identified with progress. Just hold on. And the 2nd, Urura community. And the 1st, Auchi Oshoboge community. The Otaro is here, and I'm sure he's proud of his people. So we want him to join in these pictures. So he can please come forward to join in the picture with his community. Thank you for all the good work you're doing, and we hope that other communities will borrow a leaf from this. Thank you, Your Excellency, for supporting good characters. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now have the opportunity of the project coordinator and the CEO EdoFEWMAP, Dr. Tom Obaseki, to make 2 presentations to His Excellency before he sits down. The first will be a presentation of the Edo State NEWMAP detailed completion reports, and the 2nd will be the presentation of the Edo State's NEWMAP compendium, and then the principal officers. Dr. Tom Obaseki. We'll do this upstage, so we may have to climb on the podium. And the next, the presentation of the compendium to His Excellency, and then the principal officers. Principal officers, quickly move closer. Your Excellency, they have many wonderful success stories, being best among many other states in the Federation. We'll do the compendium thereafter, so please share to all those on the front rows. Please, the Vice Chancellor's role, to please join and make this historic. This is a document to keep forever. The compendiums will be shared to all of them on the front rows as they join in the pictures now. Please kindly come up stage, those on the front rows. The compendium. so we can have a group photograph with a compendium. Those on the front rows, Your Highnesses, please join us. This is historical. It's going to be sustained. Yes, those on the front rows alone, representing all of us here. Please, upstairs, give them one copy. You just put it in your front as we take pictures together. Government coming after Obaseki administration will know that there's already a structure, 10 years of excellence. So please get a copy to all of them. Go upstairs. Bring to the Vice Chancellor. You just hold it like this. Yes, the way Mr. Governor is holding it, you hold it like this. All of us together will have these pictures quickly. That's amazing. Can you please applaud them? This is wonderful that the World Bank is backing out and the Edo State government is backing in. Can you celebrate our functional governor? Very quickly, Your Excellency, Edo NEWMAP had won some awards nationally. Thank you very much. The rest of you can go back to your seats. And among them, they are going to present to you the awards they have won. The first one, the best performing states among the 36 states in Nigeria that was able to use the money given well for the people. They exceeded all project development objectives by a minimum of 100%. The first contract under NEWMAP was designed by Edo State Ekewan side. Can we celebrate them? Edo State was the first to engage in engineering design and supervision consultant. Edo State recorded 100% performance in the 2 midterm review conducted, and Edo State came top throughout the assessment cycle. The second award is the best in counterpart funding. Edo paid over 3.2 billion naira, 2 times more than the nearest contributing state. You can see that His Excellency is indeed a financial guru. And the third, the best in disbursement, engineering, civil work, and bioengineering. Edo State alone accounted for 70% of the national success of NEWMAP and disbursement, and intervened in the largest number of sites, 15 in all. This is outstanding. These are national awards. Can we please put our hands together for our functional leadership? It is at this point, Your Excellency, very distinguished guests, history will now be made. The metamorphosis from Edo State's NEWMAP to the Edo State FUMA. And so we'll invite the head of service, we'll invite the Royal Highnesses here to join His Excellency as he's going to unveil now. So those with the tape, please come. We are changing from Edo New. Once he finishes unveiling, he will now make his speech, so that while he's speaking, the logo will be unveiled and be seen to the public. Let's remove this. Erosion and Watershed Management Agency, EdoFEWMAP. This is amazing. We now all please give our governor a standing ovation as he goes to present his speech. His Excellency, the vacancy governor of Edo States, the technocrat in power, the one that has changed the face of governors. Can we give a standing ovation and make some noise for His Excellency Godwin Nogegase Obaseki?
particularly recognizing the community leaders and other stakeholders here present. Good morning to FUMA. As the head of NEWMAP told you, NEWMAP was conceived as a World Bank project, which was to help state governments with environmental sustainability, with erosion control. And this program started 10 years ago, where the World Bank made some money available through the federal government to states on a very concessionary basis. These were like soft loans, which will be paid back after 20 years at a very low interest rate of less than 1%. The state governments were supposed to now put their own counterpart funding into the project, into the fund, and identify projects, identify communities that have serious ecological and environmental challenges. As you know, in Edo State, over the years, due to neglect, due to us not caring about the environment, we are now witnessing many, many challenges in our environment that we did not see before. Particularly gully erosion. And now we're seeing massive flooding. The way we have behaved in the last 20 years or more, I don't think we should continue that way. We behave as if our environment does not matter. Nobody cares about land management. You go to communities, communities decide to just sell land. They don't care about the planning. People build where they should not build. The water that should flow through a natural path does not have a way to go. It now goes where it shouldn't and now begins to take away and wash away the land. As a government, this has become our priority. Our number one priority is our environment. Because we cannot continue to behave the way we are behaving now. If our forefathers had behaved the way we are behaving, we would not be able to live here today. This is a rainforest. Meanwhile, when you look at, you can barely find one tree, which means that your land cannot hold water if there are no trees which God have put on them. So the environment is a very, very serious area of focus which we must now pay particular attention to. And it's because we have not been paying attention to the environment, that is why we have the challenges we have today. Over the last 10 years, we have spent over $150 million trying to repair what we have damaged ourselves. And we should ask, is this the way we should continue to go? Can we not prevent some of these things that are leading to these environmental challenges we have? If you look at all the cases, or majority of the cases we're dealing with, they were all man-made. All man-made. You have a contractor that has been given the contract. He decides to begin construction. He doesn't share the plan. He doesn't tell us how the water that will be gathered will be terminated. He does his own, collects his money and go and leaves the problem with the communities. That is the major cause of the problems we're having with erosion and erosion control. So as a government and with FUMA, we will insist going forward, no agency, not federal, not state, not international, not local, will undertake projects without coming to register them with FUMA. Because you just can't come to the state and say, I have a contract, and you begin to work and not let us know the extent of the work, your engineering drawings, and how you are going to deal with issues like erosion control. So we are sending out a note to federal agencies, NDDC. We will not allow them work in Edo if they don't share their plans with us, particularly the erosion control plans, because they are giving us more trouble for environment than benefits. The second thing I want to say is I want to thank the management of NEWMAP, because NEWMAP has become a true success story. Yes, it was a World Bank assisted program, but the money has finished. The program has finished. But the idea, the problem they are trying to solve has not finished. That is why we've said, let us continue it. Even though we are not getting as much loans, but the learnings we have received, the training we have given our people, the capacity we have built in is very, very useful and unique. And we want to use it to now help resolve these problems across the state. NEWMAP has not only focused on restoring our environment. One thing they have done, which we're seeing here this morning or this afternoon, which is very unique, is that they've also tried to restore livelihoods, because people live in these areas. And once you have an environmental disaster, everybody moves. When you now restore the environment, the community should come back, and you must help them restart their lives. That is another thing NEWMAP has done, which we want to continue to encourage. Before I go and take my seat, I want to go political a bit. We've spent more than $150 million. I did not meet or know one contractor involved in this project. We paid all our counterpart funds as and when due. And this is what we do for most of our projects. So you ask yourself, why are they fighting Obaseki? They are fighting Obaseki because I could have shared this money. I could have given the contracts to our friends and political associates. But if I had done that, we would have had this success. Will we? So we stood our ground to say, if you want to kill us, kill us. But all this money must go to work for our people. So my appeal to you this morning is that they are still fighting. Elections are coming. They are coming up with all sorts of lies, all sorts of tales, all sorts of stories. We must not let them come back. Because their fight is not about us. It's about how to share this money that I've been spending for the people. If you allow them come in whatever name, they have all they are interested in is how to take the money. They are not interested in the environment. They are not interested in erosion control. They were all here before and saw all of these things happen. Did they do anything? No. Now they say it's politics, it's election, they want to, and they are saying all sorts of nasty things around the place. We will not let them come close to power in this state again. So what you people did September 19, 2020 for me, that is what we are going to do again in February, on February 25th, and in March when we go to the polls. Edo has to be for Edo people. Edo cannot be for a few people or for people outside Edo who want to determine for us how Edo will be governed and who will govern Edo. We will never allow it. So the message is, it is FUMA today, it was C4 yesterday. Anything that is for the benefit of Edo people across the state, south, central, north, is what we will do. We don't have too much money, but what we have is enough to do more than what we are doing now. And that is what I will do. It doesn't matter the fight. I know I have you people. I know I have Edo people. And you will support me to make sure that we build this state again. The last point I want to make, which I made at the beginning of this year, my priority this year is to clean and green Edo. If we had not cut off all these trees, we had not destroyed our environment, the rain that is falling, the erosion we are having will not be as serious as it is today. The roots of the tree will be able to hold the flood. But there's nothing. So I'm setting up a very high-powered committee in which I will chair. I will have traditional rulers. I will have eminent Edo people. From the end of this month, our sole mandate is we must clean and green our states. They will come up with very strict regulations, and I'm sure our people will cooperate, because we are not a dirty group of people. We have never been. We are very clean. So when you come into our cities now and you see the amount of filth, you wonder what is going on. It's because we haven't provided leadership in that area, and now I promise you that we will provide leadership. Sometimes when I drive around a Benin city at night, now that we are doing electrification, we are lighting up the streets. Just take time, drive around some nights, you'll be ashamed. Because the light just brings out all the dirt. The whole place looks so filthy. You say, don't we have local government? Are they not supposed to be the ones to help us with sanitation? We are not going to be having monthly sanitation. Now everybody must clean front of their houses every day and clean the drains in front of their houses every day. If not, we will sanction people. So we want to thank FUMA, because we have an agency in this country like no other. The amount of equipment they have, drones, engineering equipment, well-trained engineers. In fact, they are going to South Africa again this quarter for further training. So they know what to do. And part of this, our committee, cannot wait until you find a gully before you come and report. Gullies do not start and become big in one day. It takes time, isn't it? Yes. So we must now sensitize community. When you see a problem starting, report, because it will be easier to resolve it then than when, after 2 rainy seasons, the thing has opened up. The other point I want to make is, today we are building roads. People are saying, oh, come and do my road, come and do my road, come and do my road. We can't build many of these roads. You know why? Because they have sold all the land around. When we do we need to remove the water from the road. So when we do drainage, there's nowhere to take the water to. And you can't build a road without making sure that you drain the road. So we are insisting, before communities sell land, they must register the land. They must register the plan. They must register the layout. In many communities today, they sell everything, including the road. So you ask, how these people you have sold land to, how will they get to their houses? So land management is something that we must take very seriously. But we know that part of the problem is because of land grabbers. People who go and sell land that does not belong to them. We are ready for them. That one, we are already winning that battle. Some of them are making noise. They're in Europe. We are waiting. We are going to extradite those people who sold land to come here, and they'll come and serve their term. So these are the issues we have to deal with. If we don't start approaching and addressing this issue today, it is only going to get worse in the future. But I know my people, and by the grace of God, you will support so that things don't get worse than they are now. I want to thank you and tell you that you shouldn't be worried. What we are doing is to make sure we put in place the institutions. Whether Obaseki is here or not, many of the things we have started will continue. I am confident that it will continue because we will make sure that those bad people who led us into this problem are not allowed to smell power now or in the future. I want to thank you. I want to congratulate the management and staff of NEWMAP, which is now FUMA, and assure you that you have the full cooperation of the governor and the Executive Council of Edo State. Once again, thank you.
Can we give a standing ovation to His Excellency, a man with vision that is thinking of the next generation? Design, capability, drone center, and other videos. The next 3-minute slide video will expatiate on all of these. And after that, we'll have the unveiling of the video presentation of Pick and Sell, how we can convert waste to wealth. The Honorable Commissioner for Environment will give the vote of thanks. The closing formalities will be observed, and His Excellency will take pictures with traditional rulers and all of us here present. But very quickly, the unveiling of engineering design, capability drone center video presentation is now.
Data and technology-driven governance is an imperative of the modern day. Hence, any purposeful government will key into it in various dimensions. The Edo State government, under Governor Godwin Obaseki's watch, is fully conscious of the relevance of data and technology. Hence, it has not relented on information, communication technology-related initiatives across all sectors of the state's life, encompassing education, judiciary, finance, and general administration, amongst others. Before the emergence of the World Bank-assisted Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project, NEWMAP, civil remediation works in the area of stormwater infrastructure were initiated without detailed engineering studies and designs. Sometimes such interventions were initiated based on the rule of the thumb, hence the then poor results and achievements. NEWMAP institutionalized a data-driven interventions, that is, catchment-based with strategic combination of civil engineering and vegetative land management approach to remediation through the instrumentality of the World Bank-assisted Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project, NEWMAP. Edo State government has acquired the necessary technology, infrastructure, equipment, and software to establish a world-class drone and engineering design center, which operations will permeate every sector of life in the state, including the social and economic. The Edo State Drone and Engineering Design Center, the first of its kind by any state in the country, is equipped with a system of high-sensor drone designed to capture data for numerous professional applications, such as flood and erosion control, engineering designs, land mapping and surveying, irrigation planning, forestry crop inventory, vegetation health, and soil analysis.
So this center is unique because it captures most of the professional activities and the data that we need to get either yield in agriculture, to get accurate result in forest, or to see in the night, or actually for a surveyor to get accurate measurement of, let's say, volume of crop in a quarry, you understand, or cut and fill for construction purposes.
One uniqueness of the sophisticated engineering design and drone unit is that it is well integrated into a high-capacity computer processor and software, which will greatly help the state generate the required data to carry out detailed engineering designs for informed interventions in the provision of sustainable stormwater infrastructure in a timely and accelerated manner. For instance, land surface data required for detailed engineering design, which on a normal situation would take several weeks or months to acquire and process, can now be done in a matter of hours or days, using the center's drone technology to reach places and terrains otherwise difficult or dangerous for humans to access.
As you can see the system behind me, this system have ability to process the largest data that anyone could imagine.
Sure, the establishment of Edo State engineering, design and drone infrastructure is well conceived and adequately in line with the plan of Edo State government under Governor Godwin Obaseki to pull people out of poverty and thus achieve sustainable growth and prosperity for her people. The doors of Edo State Engineering, Design and Drone Center are now open to any professionals, consultants and corporate bodies needing crucial data for several applications such as transmission line inspection, pipeline inspection, oil spill investigation, plant health analysis, 3D visualization, quarry site, and so on. This certainly is a major achievement for Edo State government and for which all citizens littering and indiscriminate disposal of plastic waste by individuals and communities in the state. It is flexible and adaptable to cover statewide and national deployment. Download the app Pick and Sell from the Android Play Store or Apple app and complete the required information. You'll then receive the unique ID. Log in to locate the nearest e-trash redemption center or agent, usually within your neighborhood. Take your already segregated plastic waste or aluminum cans to a redemption center with the logo where it is weighed and logged against your ID. You then get an instant transaction. Based on the weight of the waste materials, points are allocated to your wallet on the app. You can decide to redeem your points for cash, airtime or gift to a third party and other milestone rewards. The reward system by eTrash will help promote a culture of proper waste segregation by individuals as well as proper disposal and management of plastic waste in Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. This initiative is in tune with the digital survey of Mr. Governor and another innovative solution of NEWMAP, a World Bank assisted project in Nigeria. Help prevent plastic and aluminium waste from clogging our drains and earn income while helping to keep our environments clean. For further information, call 081-7375-0000 or visit our website www.pickandsell.com or pickandsell.edostate.gov.ng.
appreciation to all our guests and organizers of this event. Specifically, I want to thank our governor, who has worked tirelessly to ensure that good works and intervention vetted by World Bank did not end with NEWMAP. He is an apostle of sustainable development and hence the creation of FUMA to succeed NEWMAP. In similar vein, I want to thank our very respected traditional rulers and community leaders for being supportive and ensuring that the projects in their domain were completed without any serious disruption. Additionally, I want to thank all participants of this event and Sue for your continued support for EdoFEWMAP. Thank you, and I wish you all safe journey back to your respective destinations. And please remember to keep your environment clean and green. Thank you very much.
With that, we come to the end of this. The closing formalities will entail the national anthem and the Edo anthem. After the close, His Excellency will take some group photograph with the traditional leaders and key government functionaries here. All NEWMAP liaison officers should wait behind, and all NEWMAP site committee chairmen should wait behind. Shall we rise for the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Edo anthem.
The ancient city is calling. All arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the city is marching. Stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers have labored, and our time to serve is now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever